Welcome to Map Your Mind. Travel through the world with your brain. To the east of Central America's spine, where the jungle breathes and the sea glows turquoise, lies a country that dances to the rhythm of both drums and waves. This is Belize, a land that carries the heartbeat of ancient kings, pirates, rebels, and a people born from many worlds. Beneath its emerald canopy, time stretches far beyond colonial memory. The story of Belize begins not with colonizers but with empire, the empire of the ancient Maya. Long before Europe set sail, the Maya built cities of stone and stars. Towering temples rose from the jungle floor in places like Caracal, Zunitunich, and Lamanai. They carved calendars into limestone, charted the skies with astonishing accuracy, wrote stories and glyphs that still whisper from the ruins. They were architects, astronomers, farmers, and priest guardians of knowledge lost to conquest and time. But even the great Maya cities eventually fell into silence, and the forest reclaimed its throne. Then came the Europeans, first the Spanish, then the British. But the Spanish could never truly conquer this wild stretch of coast. Instead, it was British settlers, woodcutters known as baymen, who anchored their claim. They came from mahogany and logwood, cutting through thick rainforest, clashing with the Maya, and defending their trade with grit and gunpowder. In 1798, the Battle of St. George's Caye marked a turning point. The baymen and their African slaves fought off a Spanish invasion, a victory that Belizeans still celebrate today. Yet, beneath this colonial tale lies the deeper story of enslavement and resistance. Enslaved Africans labored alongside the baymen, and over time, built the foundation of Belize's Creole culture. A culture rich in rhythm, language, and legacy, born not of freedom, but of unbreakable spirit. In 1862, the British formally named the territory British Honduras, making it the only English-speaking colony in Central America. Waves of immigrants followed. Mestizos fleeing Mexican wars, Garifuna people exiled from the Caribbean islands, and East Indians, Chinese, and Mennonites, all reshaping the soul of this land. It became a mosaic of stories, a blend of resistance, migration, and renewal. Garifuna drumming meets Maya cacao. English law meets Caribbean heat. Every street in Belize City, every village on the coast, carries echoes of these layered histories. But independence didn't come easy. For decades, Belizeans pushed back against colonial control. Leaders like George Price, known as the father of the nation, led peaceful movements toward sovereignty. And on September 21, 1981, Belize finally raised its own flag. Yet, even freedom comes with its shadows. Guatemala has long claimed Belizean territory, a dispute that continues to echo today. But Belize stands firm, proud, peaceful, and fiercely protective of its identity. Today, Belize is a sanctuary of biodiversity and culture. It is home to the second largest barrier reef on Earth, an underwater Eden of coral, fish, and blue depths. Its jungles protect jaguars and toucans, while its ancient temples still reach toward the sky. Here, the past is never far. It beats in the drums of a Garifuna celebration. It whispers through Maya chants. It pulses in reggae rhythms and Creole speech in every child who grows up under the Caribbean sun. Fun fact, Belize is the only Central American country where English is the official language, a colonial legacy that still shapes its unique regional role. So the next time you hear Belize, don't just think beaches. Think ancient gods and rebel woodcutters. Think diaspora and defiance. Think of a nation cradled by jungle and reef that chose peace over power and culture over conformity. This is Belize, a land where empires once stood, a land where the sea sings to the forest, and a land that remembers, always, where it came from. Where will your mind travel next?